Hello everybody and welcome to my walkthrough of the Cleric Epic 1.5 quest. This walkthrough is mainly for people who are already at or near max level, which is 105 right now. So I won't be going over any strategies on defeating the raid mobs that are involved. Before you start, check the bazaar for Bazu, Merklider, and Pyrolin blood. Have your brew into at least 100, although you can do that later. And remember, you have to have your 1.0 or the pre-quest complete before you start the quest. So let's get started. Okay, the first step is to go to Nigeria's Landing and talk to Tavon Vassi. His location's up on the screen. I'll try to have the locations of all these quest mobs up on the screen, so in case you want to use that, you can. Now simply go through his dialogue. I'll have that up on the screen as well. So after you say what is the information, you're ready for the next step. Okay, your next step will be to go to Burindu and find a mob named Jomaj Kijin. He'll have the next step for your quest. You'll run through his dialogue, and as soon as you ask him what note, a key runner will spawn and eliminate him. So what you have to do is eliminate the key runner, and according to lore, he shoots an arrow with the item that you need somewhere in the zone. Another mob picks it up, and it can be any of the mobs in the zone, so you'll need to go around and just basically kill everything until the note drops for you. So I've heard of this taking some people a couple hours. It took me about 30 minutes. Okay, the next step, go to the Abysmal Sea and find an NPC named Shav the Cryptologist. And there's the door she's in. It helps to have a druid tracker or somebody that can track to help find some of these mobs. Hopefully, me having it up on the screen will help you find exactly where she is. So just hand her the note, hand in the encrypted note, and she's going to send you to Farubi to find quarters of a map. You'll need the ripped, torn, tattered, and shredded. So basically you just go through the zone and slaughter everything there. This part was a little bit time consuming, but if you're high level, you should have no trouble with it. It took me maybe 45 minutes to get all the pieces. So it's really just a time sink. You'll get multiples of map pieces, so make sure that you have all 4 pieces that you need. Now after you have all 4 pieces, you return to the Abysmal Sea, and you hand in all 4 quarters to Shav. So once you do that, she'll hand you back an assembled map. Now you need to go back to Nigeria's Landing and find Cartographer Twister. You hail her and hand in the map. After she's done examining the map, she's going to send you to Lesser Fadark. You'll need to find a mob named Taskmaster Marrow. Hail him. And when you do, about 5 mobs attack you. After they're all defeated, 5 more mobs will spawn that will be undead, and Taskmaster Marrow will respawn as a level 70. But this whole part was pretty easy. And after he's dead, loot a magically sealed letter. A chest will probably spawn with some loot in there that's low level. So your next step is to go back to the Abysmal Sea and hand the letter to Tavon Vassi. He'll give you back a Dark Disciple's Note of Service. So now you want to go to Waking Land. you'll need to find Scout Leader Plavo. The location's up on the screen. Hand him the note. Okay, so after you say aid them to Plavo, he's going to send you to SSRA Temple for a Shizar Cerebral Cortex that drops from Arcanus, our elite temple guards. Then you'll need to go to Western Wastes, and you'll need to defeat Scout Puri and loot a Dragon Cerebrum. So there she is on the screen. She's pretty easy to defeat. Hardest part is finding her location. So now that you have that, you'll have to go to Kibia Ruins. This part takes a lot of people a long time, but I got lucky because the very first mob that was up was a mob you need. I won't even try to pronounce her name, but it's on the screen. And then you'll need the Akebian brainstem from her. And the location where she is right by the Sacrifice Remains pit. If you have maps, you know exactly where it is. The next step is to go back to the Waken Lands and hand all 3 brains to Scout Leader Plavo. He will despawn and respawn as the Dark Disciple Master. And with this part, make sure to DPS him slowly, because if you kill him too fast, it bugs the script. So I recommend just, if you're using casters, just maybe melee him for a bit, let the script run, DPS him with your pet like I'm doing with my Necro, and you have to wait till the Spectre spawns before you can safely kill him, I believe. So I thought I'd show the whole fight, just because you don't want to mess this part up. So once Plavo's remains spawn, I believe it's okay to kill him. And it should be a gilded chest. And to loot it, you'll have to melee the chest open. Then you loot the Aegis of Chaotic Worship. And a chest will spawn with low-level loot. Go back to the Abysmal Sea, to Tavon and Vassie, hand him the shield. And he's going to send you to the Plane of Knowledge to talk to a smith. And the smith's name is Borvik Dark Anvil. It's really easy. If you go into POK, just use the find button, you should get right to him. And then just hand him the shield. And he's going to send you to the ruined city of Dranik to speak to Natville. And it's right underneath the area where you zone in from the Bloodfields tunnel. So it's really easy to find. I'm not even sure if you need to do this part, but it's best just to do it in case there's a hidden flag you need to do. So just hail him. And this is the part where you need to loot plasmas. So go to the Wall of Slaughter, Our Noble's Causeway, and you need to kill all the Bazus and the Merc Gliders you can find. And like I said at the beginning of the video, you can buy this stuff in the bazaar, so you can save yourself a lot of time. Maybe a guildmate has some, if they're working on their epic, which I doubt, but the tunnels and Wall of Slaughter are a good spot for the Merc Glider blood, or plasma. So then, the Dragon Assassin for the Pyrran Plasma, she spawns in like this small cave area where the Anguish entrance is. It's up on the map, so you want to go through the tunnel and just clear it out, because I believe she's a random spawn anywhere in the tunnel. This part took me a long time, but wasn't anything too bad. Maybe an hour. And the assassin actually spawned almost at the tunnel entrance for me, so there she is. Really easy to defeat. So go ahead and loot the plasma. And right now you should have all three. And you need to get your brew into 100. And if you don't have it to 100, I thought I'd add this small tip in here where you can create feeded essences by going to Tazig Dring and the Abysmal Sea. You can get your skill up to 122. So once your skill's at 100, then you can create the Soul Temper. Just combine all three plasmas and you have the Soul Temper. Combine the Soul Temper with a water flask and a shield to create your 1.5. You'll need to do that in a forge, so it's really that easy. Some last thoughts about this quest. Compared to some other 1.5s, Clerics got off pretty easy because this was sort of simple. There are some time sinks involved, but nothing too bad. Maybe back in 2005, when this quest was released, it was bad. So nothing like to do with crazy trade skills or getting old quests done. This is pretty straightforward, and it should maybe take an afternoon if you're lucky. So good luck with this.